television main event. Best 2 out of 3 falls, 30-minute time limit. Introducing first from St. Louis, 229 pounds, the Iceman, King Parsons. And across the ring, Skandar Akbar from Devastation Incorporated presents from somewhere in the United States, 257 pounds, Super Destroyer number 1. And in the ring with him, Super Destroyer number 2, David Manning, your referee.
David Manning to officiate as we go into our television main event now. Best 2 of 3 fall bout, 30-minute time limit. Skandar Akbar with the Super Destroyers in the ring. As it will be Iceman King Parsons facing the Super Destroyer. David Manning to officiate this event. Joe Ranelli waiting to ring the bell. Iceman King Parsons here against the big Super D number 1. It's hard to tell these 2 Super Destroyers apart. Both wearing those masks. Both big, strong men. But it's Super Destroyer number 1 against the Iceman. Has him over on the right side there in the rope. Be talking to you folks in Fort Sill after a while. This card coming to the Honeycutt Gymnasium. We've talked about Fort Worth and Dallas. We'll be addressing those 2 cards again here in a minute. Keep in mind, this card was all set up after a 10-man, $10,000 battle royal. And these are the pairings as they went out. Look out. David Manning got smashed over there. He's all right. Not very pleased with that turn of events, though. You can't blame him. And now the Super Destroyer is yelling at David Manning about something else. Yes, that's going to be a big week coming up with Flair and David here Monday. And that 6-man world title coming up at the Sport Auditorium Friday. And the Freebirds are either going to be without Flair, or the Von Erichs are going to be without Kerry, with the Iceman taking his place or Flair taking Hayes' place. The Super Destroyer yelling at David Manning again. When all else fails, yell at the referee. Here's the, they had the tights. Almost pulled them off. How obvious can you get? David Manning having to forcefully restrain the Super Destroyer. Now number 2 and Akbar are both yelling. General Akbar and the other Super D, whichever one it is that sits with him during a bout, will both go to school and learn and point out things. And General Akbar always instructing his men. King Parsons with a headlock. Super D reaching up for that braided hair. Can't help but like the Iceman song, "We Are Family," when he comes in the ring. That, of course, from the 1979 World Champion Pittsburgh Pirates team. That song was written in from the rope. And it's the Super D with the arm going down. Willie Stargell and the Pirates combining with the efforts of Sister Sledge and getting that outstanding song together. Iceman now on that arm of the Super Destroyer. These guys come at you from all angles with both the upper and lower parts of the body, so kind of tough to weaken a certain area. David Manning is over having words with General Akbar, and of course that means the other Super D. Super Destroyers. They won't tell us where they're from. They just say United States. That does cover a few square miles. Iceman continuing to hold on to that arm bar he's got. Here's a hand to the face, to the right rope, across, left side. Leap frog, no, he leaped right into it. Well, he missed with that elbow drop. And the Iceman's back in charge. There are 5 minutes gone in this event as Ralph Pulley, Joe Ranelli, and myself watch from ringside. There's Akbar and Super D number 2. Takes him down and on top. But the Iceman won't let him get a handle. Nice move by Parsons. Thought it was an exciting battle royal tonight. Before we came on the air, all 10 men, they all teamed up on Kamala and got rid of him first, and then after that it was every man for himself. The Super Destroyer, as I said, an entire arsenal of abilities, all capped off by that superplex. Iceman with that hammerlock from behind. Iceman steps across and again has the hold of that arm. And down with all of his weight. Iceman. Now a stomp and a fist. Around, it's the Destroyer into the corner, but it gets out of the way. Oh boy, did the Iceman ever hit. And Super D number 2 urging him to go into the kill while you have the chance. Boy, did Parsons hit that hard. I hope it didn't hurt himself. Look out. That's supposedly the palm of the hand, but he's doing it so quickly I can't see if he's got a thumb in there or not. He may have used it then because he screened out David Manning. I knew that's what he was going to try and do. An uppercut, right side. Flying mare. 1, 2, and that's all. Super Destroyer saying no submission here. The Iceman with that hammerlock. Super Destroyer face down. This is the first fall of our television main event. The winner of this fall will not win the bout. It takes 2 victories in a best-of-3 fall situation. There's General Akbar with Super D number 2 at ringside, going over things. And now he's trying to hide the camera with his hand for some reason. The Iceman hanging by one arm. Choke but one hand now. Now both hands. And these Super Destroyers are not overly concerned with minding the referees, following that familiar trend as Devastation Incorporated has given us. Raises the foot, and the Iceman's momentum took him right into it. Steps across it. Boy, Akbar pulled a rabbit out of the hat with these guys. You got to hand it to him. But the Iceman says, big deal. I can handle myself just fine. Boy, it was all Super Destroyer, and all of a sudden, here came the Iceman. Head of the turnbuckle. Great coverage by our crew. The lights beaming down, across, back. Super D came across and missed everything. Here's the package. 1, 2, 3. Surprise! I kept waiting on the Super D to kick out, and he never did.
9 minutes and 43 seconds. The winner of the first fall, the Iceman, King Parsons.
So the Iceman with a nice victory. When you can win them, when you're down for a good portion of the bout, you ought to be able to win most anything. Iceman with an impressive victory. On the bell to sound, David Manning having to keep track of the right Super D, as we've seen a switcheroo here a couple of times. Yes, the Sportatorium. Great place to watch wrestling. You're there, you're close to the action. Great building to see it all. Always have enthusiastic crowds there, right on top of the action. Every seat a good seat in that building. Iceman King Parsons with an opportunistic first ball victory. Put him in that small package and held him in it. Tied him up with a red ribbon. Next week, we're going to show you that David Kabbalah tape where Mike Von Erich and Akbar were involved in various altercations. And next week, you need to be here in person to see that Flair David bout for the world title shot come Christmas. And again, I want to thank everyone involved in that Tyler show that last week where Sunshine surprised everyone by showing up. Bad Street USA, the new record by Michael Hayes, is now out. And the action right in front of me here. I hope he doesn't come over that rope. David Manning trying to get him in the center of the ring. And that's just the opposite of what they're doing. Super D, Destroyer, number 1 on the Iceman. Look at him now. Hung over there in the rope. Only thing that's keeping him going all the way through is that arm. And now he's holding on with a hand. And the Iceman wants to pull him up for more. Around, and that arm is twisted, and Super Destroyer tries to walk and untwist it by going around the other way, but the Iceman just yanks on it. Looks like that mask's about. Well, I started to say it's a little loose, maybe not. It's not fitting quite like he'd like it to. Super D missing with those rights. Iceman out of the way again. And Super Destroyer all the way to his back, and Super D number 2 all of a sudden on his feet. scissors now by the Super Destroyers and Devastation Incorporated. General Akbar. Boy, you look at him a little harder each week for the success that he continues to have. Fans chanting, "Go, King, go." We don't have a tape feature for you tonight since we have so many bouts from that Battle Royal. We thought it nice just to show you as many as we could. Just in that Battle Royal, you sometimes get some interesting pairings, such as Adams and Mantell a while ago, and what about they have? We'll see gorgeous Jim Garvin against the Mongol, and if we have any time remaining, we'll have another bout following that. There are 5 minutes gone in fall number 2, where Super D number 1 is trying to draw even and force a third fall. The Iceman wins, so we won't have a third fall. Good crowd here tonight. Fans enjoying the action in this beautiful building where the seating is on 3 levels as Super D number 1 pulls him out to the center. The ringside pitch to the floor, the permanent box seat slightly elevated into the big balcony. From the ropes. Here we go. Across with the arm. You can't help when you come to wrestling but to look around and watch some of the people. If you like to see people having a good time and enjoying themselves, this is the place to do it. Everyone has a good time when you come to the wrestling bout. Smiling children, exciting adults. Fine place to come down and enjoy being with people and seeing outstanding professional wrestling. You walk down the street in New York and pick up a wrestling magazine there, a New York State publication or something, and all they talk about is Freebird and Von Erich and Devastation Incorporated, and you know you're number 1. From the ropes, he misses. Slips off the arm. And the Super D makes him pay. From the rope, clothesline. Iceman goes down hard. Super D doesn't want the pin, he wants more. Drop kick. Ice is down. Through and not over the rope. Boy, it looked like he had a notion to throw him all the way out, but that would have been suicide. There's the Iceman laying on the cement floor. Slow to get up, as you might expect. Against the rope is the Iceman. Now here they come. Look out. Iceman caught himself as best he could on that center rope, but he still went out hard. And keep your eye on the other Super D around here. Joe and I and Ralph having to look both ways. You never know from whence they're going to come. From inside, he jerks the Iceman down over that rope and stomps him until he goes out to the table and all the way to the floor. Well, Joe, they got your end of the table. Iceman having all kinds of trouble. Flying mare. Down with the knee. 2, 3. We're all even.
In 8 minutes and 33 seconds, the winner of the second fall, Super Destroyer number 1.
So the third fall will be the deciding fall, and it's coming up. There we go. Winner of this fall wins the bout. From the rope. Next week we'll have a full report for you on the Reunion Arena Thanksgiving night activities. In case you missed it, and I hope you did. One, two, and this bout is still underway. We'll be talking to Kerry Von Erich, Chris Adams, and the Iceman all after this bout. Hey, look out! Look out, David Manning being distracted by Super D number 2. And that opens the door for all kinds of illegalities by number 1. And boy, David is a little distracted. The other Super D is actually grabbing him and holding him over there. Headlock now as the Iceman is down, and an unfortunate situation there. These Super D's work as a team, don't they? We saw them last week, or 1 week here. I know it was Sportatorium. Pull a switch. They look just alike. Fans chanting for the Iceman. Iceman trying to knock out from this, but the big Super D makes it very difficult to do anything. Look out. Oh, I thought he was going to throw him through the rope, and he just went through first into that top rope, and how he kicked out, I'll never know. The Iceman really hanging tough. Ice is one of the good guys. A fine fella and an outstanding professional wrestler. He impressed us all the very first week he was here. And he's one of the good guys in life, both in and out of the ring. General Akbar continues to watch as Super D number 1 puts all kinds of punishment on Iceman King Parsons. Hey, the Iceman just pulled the old reverse-a-roo on the big SB. And now it's going to get rough. It's getting rough. Up and over. A big left. And look at that Super D. Hey, did they throw him over? We'll have to see what the decision is. It could go either way. Looked like he just wanted to throw him into the turnbuckle. they go again. They have traded places, and look at Super D number 2 acting like he's hurt. What a match. And all of a sudden, here he comes. And you can't tell them apart. The fans know it, though. They saw it. And look at this Super D number 2 coming in. He's totally refreshed. Small package. Oh, boy. Skandor Akbar loves it. He's got a smile on his face. Here's Chris Adams out. Now, Chris is trying to explain to David Manning, but when a wrestler comes out, you just can't take that. He's just another wrestler. And although everyone knows Chris is right, he's not an official. And David Manning is aware of that. And there's not much Chris can do just being another wrestler. David Manning trying to check for some difference, but you can't tell them apart. Here's Bronco Lubitsch now. Maybe this will get it straight. Akbar upset. Yes, this is all going to be straightened out. But look out. Chris Adams and the Iceman making the Super D's pay.
They disqualified Super Destroyer number 1. The winner of the fall in the match, the Iceman, King Parsons.
The Super D disqualified. They got caught. I'm glad Bronco Lubitsch is watching the monitor in the back. And like I say, even though Chris knew it, the fans knew it, it takes an official to change that decision. We'll be back to talk to Kerry, Adams, and Iceman when we continue.